Hola! I'm in my old neighborhood. I had to see my old house. It was pretty bitchin'. It's very weird to see it. Looks different. It's painted differently. It's got like a lot of cool ornaments on it and shit, but it was weird. My best friend Nadim down the street, this Arab kid was my best friend for forever. We got into some problems, had some qualms, and split apart, went separate ways, but I wanted to tell the story of the last time that I got locked up because it has significance to something that's happening right now, which I'll tell that story as well, but make a separate clip. I got cut off earlier because of the fucking Wi-Fi. Hang on a second. Yeah, I hit a Wi-Fi signal. I hit a random Wi-Fi signal and my phone fucking clipped the video, so I'm gonna have to remake that one, but here I am, my old neighborhood. Yeah, how cool it is. I love it. Wonder if the coffee shop's open. The Phoenix Cafe is where everything started. That's where the initiative began. Everything happened there. It's we're about to pass it up. They call it the Root Cafe now. It's I actually built it. I helped build that place. Me and this chick Jill. That Julie hired. Julie's the owner of the place. She hired us on to install all the furnishings and shit. That was pretty cool. Didn't get paid much, but it was bitchin'. I like Jill. There's the arcade. Fucking a bar that has a bunch of old school arcade games in it. I like that. Lily works there. Lily was one of the founding members of the initiative. She was with us during the whole Celestine prophecy thing where everything went down big time. But anyway, I went to I'm not a drug-free person. I want to make that clear. I'm a proponent of utilizing chemicals for enhancing performance and experiencing, opening your brain up to new values, allowing for you to experience new things and unlock parts of yourself that are unreachable without the use of certain chemical components. And that's what these chemicals are for, that some of the chemicals that are man-made are I don't recommend those, but they can be extremely beneficial if used responsibly. But this is the last place I worked right here. I worked here as a motherfucking marketing I don't know what you call me, a marketing rep, I guess, door-to-door salesman. But that's right, I was a door-to-door salesman. But I'm a proponent of using chemicals for unlocking parts of yourself, for achieving things, for enhancing performance. But I'm a huge proponent of natural. I suppose you could call them drugs. I mean, being an alchemist at heart, I consider everything to be a drug. Coffee's a drug, chocolate's a drug, peanut butter alters my perspective on life drastically. So, but these are, I'm a proponent hugely of natural things, that the earth provides us with substances that are designed to unlock parts of us, that are designed to allow for us to communicate with ourselves, open up pieces of ourselves that are not open otherwise. And I'm on the wrong fucking side of the street. So I'm all for that. As I said, being an alchemist, I'm all for utilizing natural substances, tonics that you can make from natural substances and such. I use them all the time. But, I'm not such a big proponent of the man-made, pharmaceuticals that are made. And that's why philanthropy is working to try and put a limit bar on the narcotic distribution. But, by supplying natural remedies. And of course the DEA is fighting us on that. We're working with the American Kratom Association to try and stop the ban. So, support us on that. Even if you don't use it or have nothing to do with it. If you're watching this video, assist us in supporting this anti-ban campaign, because that shit, Kratom, Mitragyna speciosa, is keeping a lot of people off of bad drugs. And the major problem that we have right now is that a lot of the shops in the area are overcharging. I've already told you guys about this in earlier videos. A lot of the shops are overcharging, and we're going to have to do something about that. We're kind of working to sort of dramatically limit their distribution. For the most part, kind of shut down their business entirely, and it's working out beautifully. But anyways, sometimes I use chemicals every now and then. I'll try something, I'll use something to assist, and I have certain prescriptions I'm given, but I don't know. Howdy. I don't really make use of them too much. I try not to, but what was I saying? Oh yeah. One day, I wasn't using any drugs at this time. As I said, I do from time to time, and of course I have the prescription drugs that I take a kind of PRN. I'm prescribed them for certain, like take a certain amount every day, like every 4 hours or something, but I don't really do that. I make use of them as needed because I don't really want to overdo it. But at this time, I'm pretty sure I wasn't even prescribed anything at this time. I didn't even have a doctor. I kind of have a permanent doctor. He follows me around whenever I get in trouble health-wise. He shows up. I think he's kind of like an angel assigned to me, because he's always there whenever I need him. Whenever I'm in trouble, this dude is there. And I've been in trouble. I've been in bad trouble. I've been on the verge of death several times. Had many major surgeries. I've been in a lot of health trouble. And the issues that I have concerning my performance, my activity, most especially with the Kundalini impulse and keeping that balanced, I do require certain chemicals to work with that, because I've been damaged pretty bad in the past, so I have complications in that regard. But anyways, I'm at the fucking train station going to see my mom. I think it was her birthday, actually, and I'm going to see my mom. I'm waiting at the fucking train station, at the rapid station. I'm waiting on the train. And I guess somebody saw me sitting there, because I sat on the ground. I like the ground. What the fuck? I'm not allowed to sit on the ground. I didn't want to sit on the bench. I sat on the ground, and I'm just kind of playing with pebbles and shit, waiting for the fucking train to come. And somebody must have seen me and called the cops, because 5 fucking cops show up and surround me on the fucking platform. And they tell me that I'm intoxicated, and that they kind of tricked me. They're like, well, let's take you down to the station and test you out and see what happens. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to resist, because cops shoot people flat out. They're trained to. Cops are trained to treat civilians as though every single one of us is a potential threat. And they are, in fact, trained to be afraid of us, and they're trained to react harshly. That's in their training. They're programmed to want to shoot people. I appreciate the cops doing good, helping people, but that's not really what they do most of the time. And especially in this case, this was total bullshit. They accused me of being fucking intoxicated and told me that they wanted to get me checked out. And I figured, stupid me, I'm like, well, they're going to check me out and find that I'm not intoxicated, and then maybe, they'll bring me back. Like, I don't know why the fuck I would have thought that, but they wound up keeping me for like 4 days in jail. Fucking locked me up, and it's bad. It's not like it's easy for the most part, and you do meet some cool people there, because most of the people that are locked up in there are gonna be fucking good people. They're not like, most of them just maybe got fucking caught with some pot on them or something, and got locked up for detox or drinking or something stupid shit. The cops just fucking fuck with civilians for no good reason. And especially with like pot and stuff like that, they're gonna fucking arrest you for having a natural herb that's harmless. It's fucking ridiculous. But anybody that's watching this, if you think, I don't know what you guys might think about that, but for fuck's sake, please comment and tell me what you think about that, because like, where the fuck do they get off telling you that you aren't allowed to have a fucking natural substance, that God-given natural herb that's nothing but helpful? It makes me kind of anxious. I haven't done it in a while. I think I tried some like a year ago, and it makes me real nervous and anxious, so I don't like it. But I used to love it. I used to get stoned and play video games all the time. But anyways, they take me to the station. They wind up keeping me for like 4 days. Now, when I'm in there, this dude, my cellmate, he's like sleeping the whole time, but at some point he wakes up and he sees me trying to dig my way out. They gave me a plastic spoon on the second day that I was there. They gave me one of the little cereal boxes and a thing of milk that you can pour the milk in the cereal box, and they gave me a little plastic spoon for it. And I seriously used this plastic spoon to dig out the fucking wall and get into the next cell. And the next cell was open. So I dug through the wall. I'm not joking here. Plastic spoon busted up the fucking cracked ass concrete and got me into the next cell. But the cellmate dude, he woke up at one point and he offered me some drugs. He actually had drugs on him that they just didn't find, and he was he was sitting there. He was sleeping because he was stoned, and he had something. I think it might have been amphetamines. I didn't take it, but I dug my way into the next cell. He's like, dude, what are you doing? Just go to sleep. I'm like, no fucking way, dude. I'm in here for nothing. Like, it was my mom's birthday, and it was my mom's birthday yesterday. I was going to see her, and they fucking ganked me off of the train platform for no fucking reason whatsoever. So I dug into the next cell. I fucking squished myself through the under the bars into the next cell. It was the floor I dug through, not the wall. But I get into the next cell, and I get out through the open cell, and I started wandering out like I was trying to find my way out, and they caught me, of course, obviously, but that first time when I got out through the open cell, they just caught me, and they brought me back to a different cell and put me in, and the fucking cellmate was still, I don't think they saw that I had dug out the floor. So anybody who winds up in the fucking Cleveland East Side jail, there's likely a hole in the floor that you can crawl through to get into the next cell. Anyways, they've probably patched it up by now. It's been a while. But the second time, they put me back in this other cell, and the second time, this dude is yelling at me from another cell over. I couldn't see him, but he's yelling at me, and he's just saying stupid shit, because I'm sitting there, I'm like knocking on the fucking bars. I'm like, dude, why are you keeping me here? Like, what the fuck? And why are they abducted me. They pretty much flat out abducted me. I mean, had I broken any sort of law, it would have been legitimate, but the fact that they just took me for waiting on the fucking train platform, like I had a ticket, but, I mean, this dude's yelling at me because I'm knocking on the walls. I'm like, dude, let me out of here. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You keeping me for fucking, it's been 3 days now. And my mom's freaking out. My roommate's losing his shit. Everybody's fucking freaking out because I'm just vanished. And they took everything from me. They took my phone. They took my knife, my good knife that my brother-in-law gave me for a Christmas present. I love that knife. It was pink. I tried to get a replacement, but I guess it's not pink. I don't see colors that well. I see the wrong colors. I've got like a color deficiency. So I think my knife is purple now, but I thought it was pink. It still looks pink to me, and that's what I want, to replace that pink knife, which broke, but I'm trailing off here. Anyways, the dude's yelling at me, and I yell back. I was like, dude, fuck you. Like, shut your fucking mouth. The dude's like, just shut up and go to sleep. I'm like, no fucking way, dude. Like, I'm not just going to take it up the ass like this. I told him, go fuck yourself, asshole. And he like, threatened me. I don't remember what he said. He threatened me, though, and I was like, come and fucking get some, dude. I'll rock your shit. And they actually opened the cells and let this fucking dude come after me. But before he could even get to me, I just ran out of the cell and booked for the fucking exit. And there was a cop chick that stood in front of me. She was working on something. I think she was actually working on my lab results for the piss test that they made me do. And I run into her and I see her and I just stopped dead. And I looked her in the eye and I was like, shook my head and I took off running in the other direction. And two other cops ran up and caught me. They busted me, grabbed me, and threw me back in the cell. But was that the second time? I think that was the second time. Yeah. And the third time, for some reason, they opened the cells again. I don't remember why. But I walked out again, and that one was short. They found me immediately and put me back. They're like, dude, you can't fucking do that. I'm like, I'll do whatever the fuck I want to, man. You work for me, dumbass. Like, I'm a tax-paying citizen. Who do you think is paying your fucking salary, dude? You work for me. Go fuck yourself. Same as fucking doctors thinking they can push you around, tell you what to do. Like, you're my employee. You really need to understand that. Protect and serve, dipshit. Anyways, fourth day, still in there, and finally, this one cop who really reminded me of Commissioner Gordon from Batman. I like this dude, this cop. He was real nice, and he was cool with me about everything. And he came up and he let me go. He's finally like, well, we didn't find anything, they didn't find any drugs in my system from the piss test, obviously, because I wasn't on drugs, and I wasn't intoxicated. I was in fucking perfect clarity. They had no fucking reason to even think that I was. It was ridiculous. But he finally let me go. He says, well, we didn't find anything in your system, so you're okay to go. And I'm like, yeah, thanks for fucking keeping me for half a week, you fucking asshole. I like this dude, but that's what I said. And then I had to sign out to get my shit back, and they had stolen. Holy crap. You see that? That fucking car, man. Damn, that's banging as fuck. I'd rock that shit up. Anyways, I get to drive soon, too. They still haven't sent me my temps in the mail. I don't get it. But I got the paper. I'm cool to drive, but they haven't sent me the card yet. But anyways, finally they let me go. And I was going to my mom's house on the train. I had no reason to bundle up. I was, confident as just one train ride and walk a few blocks and I'm there. So I wasn't wearing anything. I didn't have a winter jacket on. I didn't have anything but really skimpy clothes, like a t-shirt and some fucking a coverall, skimpy coverall kind of thing. And at this point, being stuck in the prison for so long, my panties were all bunched up. That sucked. But anyways, they dropped me out in the middle of fucking East Cleveland with no way home. I've got no way to call anybody because my phone doesn't fucking work. Somehow they managed to break my phone while they were holding it. It didn't work anymore. And I had no way to call anybody, and there's nobody really for me to call anyhow. Nobody that I know that would give a shit really drives, except for maybe Boob and Megan. And honestly, I don't want to. I love them. I love the both of them so fucking much, and I go out of my way to do everything I can for them, and they help me. They back me up sometimes too. But fuck me, are they lazy and careless? And they would certainly probably not come and get me had I asked them to. But I had to walk home from East Cleveland in the middle of fucking winter. It's freezing. It's fucking snowing. I've got no good clothes on. I'm on the east side. I have to walk all the fucking way back because they took my bus pass too. They took my knife. They took my bus pass. They broke my phone. And that's where I wound up. So that pretty much, I'm not going to go here yet. I'll walk back. I like to walk. So anyway, that's pretty much the gist of it. I'm fucking stranded in the east side. I have to walk all the fucking way back here with nothing, wearing, nothing. Like a skimpy ass fucking coverall kind of long john thing and a t-shirt and panties. I wasn't wearing panties, but I would have been happy had I been wearing panties. It would have been a little bit more covering, but that really blew. And that was the story speaking to the factor that, well, it's speaking to several factors. The cops being assholes, having to be afraid of cops, that's a big deal. And then, the whole drug thing, even if you don't have drugs or aren't on drugs, they're still going to bust you for drugs. And stupid drugs. The dude in the cell next to me who had amphetamines, maybe shoved in his ass or something. I don't know how he was hiding them, but they must have busted him for pot or something, I'm sure. What? And I have a friend who went to prison for 5 years for having some fucking mushrooms on him, dude. What the fuck? This is a big deal. I don't know if you guys care or if you think about it at all, but dude, go ahead and give it a little thought. This is a big fucking deal. Like, there's absolutely no reason whatsoever for them to be arresting people for shit like this, for pot, for mushrooms, for natural substances, and even small amounts of it, locking people up, abducting people for no reason. And this is the law. These are the laws that we advocate. Like, dude, you guys need to open your fucking eyes. I mean, maybe not you specifically, maybe you're hip, but for the most part, generally society, my home, you need to fucking wake up, man. Because this is our decision. We make these decisions. We vote on it. We have a democratic scenario for the most part. And we need to be on top of fucking making these decisions for ourselves, because this shit is intolerable. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for watching. Kilo Salai. Terbi Uni Siari. Nama fucking stay.